Buffalo Bulls, and your Kent State Golden Flashes. Fans, click your copy of today's game information card in the mailbox on the back of the home dugout near the entrance ramp. For your convenience, restrooms are located inside of Nick Stadium behind the scoreboard in left field. Let's meet today's starting lineups. First for the visiting Buffalo Bulls. Leading off and playing center field, number 20, Leandra Jew. Batting second and playing left field, number 13, Anna Uggan. Hitting third and playing second base, number 9, Danielle Wallows. Batting fourth, the DP, number 22, Catrell Robertson. Hitting fifth and playing right field, number 18, Ufama Ogagan. Hitting sixth is the shortstop, number 10, Alyssa Cargill. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 7, Taylor Scott. Hitting eighth and playing first base, number 21, Alyssa Cuevas. And batting ninth and catching, number 8, Nicolette Jacobs. Pitching inside the circle for Buffalo, number 4, Lace Smith. Buffalo is led by head coach Mike Roberts.
All right, strong.
And now the starting lineup for your Kent State Golden Flashes. Leading off and playing right field, number 4, Kennedy Dodd. Batting second and playing left field, number 8, Emily Dobbin. Batting third and playing shortstop, number 10, Holly Spears. Hitting fourth is the third baseman, number 7, Bailey Brownfield. Batting fifth and playing center field, number 11, Maria Segletti. Hitting sixth, the designated player, number 13, Brenna Brownfield. Batting seventh and catching, number 18, Carly Selly. Hitting eighth and playing first base, number 14, Allie Luther. And batting ninth at second base, number 21, Caitlin Miller. And pitching inside the circle for your Golden Flashes, number 25, Patty Huck. Kent State is led by head coach Eric Oakley and assisted by Megan Benefice and Emma Johnson.
Ready? Yep.
We ask at this time that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
We ready for this?
Ladies and gentlemen, the Kent State softball team would like to invite you to join them in the fight against all forms of cancer. Last March, Kara Newman, a healthy, active, and athletic 12-year-old girl, was diagnosed with cancer. Kara, who played football, baseball, and softball, among other sports, took the fight against cancer head-on. Kara became part of our team last season just as the Flashes began MAC play and helped us secure a bid to the MAC tournament as the number 4 seed. As we began tournament play, Kara was there with us at Firestone Stadium at the MAC tournament, in the front row cheering on her teammates. As we walked off the field after what could have been a crushing loss to Ohio on Friday night, Kara was standing there to give each team member and the coaches a reassuring hug. The next morning, as the team faced the uphill battle, Kara took a break from hers to be sitting right there again in the front row, encouraging us to keep fighting. With Kara's support, Kent State won 3 games in one day to win the MAC Tournament Championship. Kara continued her fight over the summer and into the fall. As football season got underway, Kara could be seen not only at our field for games, but also at Dick Stadium, rooting on the Flashes on the gridiron. Her passion for sports and her desire to fight inspired both teams. With her family by her side, Kara was called home on January 7th, 2018. Kara's impact on our team and in our lives cannot be measured. She taught us how to fight, and in doing so, how to live. In honor of Kara's fight, the team is wearing gold laces as part of the Go for the Goal program to fight pediatric cancer. You can find more information on Go for the Goal at goforthegoal.org. The team is also wearing green ribbons to represent Kara's softball team and silver wristbands to represent brain cancer awareness. Kara's number 17 jersey hangs inside our dugout. The flag flies high over Dick Stadium and the diamond at Dick's. We miss you, Kara, and we will continue the fight. Kara's family is here with us today. Her sister Grace, who has served as our back girl this season, will throw out today's ceremonial first pitch. When you're ready, Grace. Thank you, Grace Newman.
Hello, folks, and welcome to the Diamond at Dick's for today's Mid-American Conference doubleheader between Kent State and Buffalo. Jacob Pavlak with you this afternoon, calling both games of today's league doubleheader. Kent State is 21-19 this year, 7-8 in MAC play, while the Buffalo Bulls check in at 15-24, and they are 6-9 in Mid-American Conference games. Game 2 of the 3-game series about to begin. Golden Flashes won game 1 of this series yesterday, 10-0 in 5 innings. Banged out 14 hits as a club. Their second highest in league games this season. Leading off for Buffalo, center fielder Leandra Jew. Leandra Jew, the 270 batter, digs in to face Maddie Huck, and the first pitch is in for a called strike. 0-1. Jew has 4 doubles this year, 1 triple and 1 home run. The 0-1 misses just off the plate outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. The rest of the Buffalo lineup has Anna Uggan batting second, playing left. Danielle Lalos, the second baseman, hits third. Batting fourth, the DP, Cottrell Robertson. As this 1-1 is lined off the top of the shortstop, Holly Spears, glove into center field, a base hit for Leandra Jew. A good start for the Buffalo lineup as they record a hit in their first at-bat. Leandra Jew singles into center field. Batting second, left fielder, Anna Uggan. Rest of the Buffalo lineup has Ufema Ogagan hitting fifth and playing in right. Batting sixth is the shortstop Alyssa Carjo. This ball to right is caught on a line by Goff. Thrown back to first base is just a bit late. It's a 1 pitch and a line out to right. Route number 1 of the first inning. So this umpiring crew has just ruled that the runner is safe at first. I am trying to figure this out. Maybe an illegal pitch that was allowed to be hit.
Batting third, second baseman Danielle Lalos.
So an interesting situation as that ball was caught in right, but the umpires award Uggan first base. So the Bulls have runners on first and second base, nobody out. Which there was a question posed by Kent State head coach Eric Oakley, but not for very long. Wonder what the ruling was. Bunt is shown by Lalo. She misses for strike two. She's trying to sacrifice the runners over. Bulls, the pair on early in this one. Don't know what that official ruling is on how Uggan reached base after the ball was caught at right, but we'll get that to you whenever we find out. The 0-2 misses high and outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The rest of the Buffalo lineup has Taylor Scott batting 7th at third base, hitting 8th at first. Alyssa Cuevas, and the catcher Nicolette Jacobs bats 9th. Maddie Huck, the sophomore, inside the circle. Her pitch is lined toward the right side on a couple of bounces. Gloved by Miller, throw to first base, and plenty of time to retire Lalos for out number 1.
Batting fourth, designated player, Catrell Robertson.
So the Bulls are in a scoring position here with runners on second and third base, 1 out top of the first inning. Facing Maddie Huck, who only allowed 2 hits yesterday to this Buffalo lineup. The first pitch is grounded to short. Spears comes home. The runner's caught in a rundown. Selly runs her back to the base. 2 Bulls occupy third base, so that means the lead runner is out. So the Flashes get a runner in Jew trying to score as Spears wisely brought it home to the catcher Selly. And then some miscommunication on the bases by the Bulls leads to out number 2.
Batting fifth, right fielder, Ufama Ogagan.
So 2 outs in the inning, and the first pitch finds the outer half for a strike. Maddie Huck is a 3.02 ERA. She is 13-7, making start number 21, throwing 134 and a third frames. Walked 65, struck out 81. 0-1, misses low and outside to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. And opponents are batting .265 against her. The 1-1, a ground ball back to Huck, and she'll glove and throw to first base. So Maddie Huck dances out of some potential danger. After a weird ruling of a ball that was caught in right, they awarded her first base. Bulls had runners at second and third with 1 out, but the Flashes find a way to escape. After the top of the first, we have no score, with Kent State coming to bat next on Golden Flashes TV. Their first crack at the bat, facing Buffalo pitcher Lace Smith, and Goth pops this one up down the left field line, but it drops foul. Lace Smith makes her first start of the weekend. The junior out of Florida has an ERA of 6.63. She's 3-9, making start number 15 this year, and she's thrown 76 innings. The 0-1 to Goth is skied in the air to shallow right. O'Goggin comes in, but it's the second baseman Lawless on the cut of the grass to make the catch for out number 1. Batting second, left fielder, Emily Dobbin. Smith has walked 17 while striking out 41. Opponents are batting .376 against her as Dobbin hits this one foul at the plate, 0-1. We can give you a ruling on the play of the first inning where Buffalo's number 2 batter Anna Uggan reached base after the ball was caught by Goth and right. The ruling was catcher's interference. The 0-1, Dobbin rockets this to center. Jew's going back, and this ball's out of here. Emily Dobbin sends that ball out of the ballpark out in a flash. Her second home run this season, and the Golden Flashes take a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning over Buffalo. Dobbin a good level swing, line drive, ball that carried out over the 204-foot deep center field wall. Batting third, shortstop, Holly Spears. So here is Spears to climb in now with a 1-0 Kent State lead. First pitch on the way to Spears, misses high for ball 1. Spears was 1 for 2 yesterday with a double. She scored a run, also walked. The 1-0, Spears looks at it, down low, 2-0. Spears has 46 walks this season, which leads the country in walks per game at 1.2. The 2-0 pitch misses up high again, 3-0. She's close to tying Maddie Grimm's single season school record of 51, which Grimm set last year. Playing a lot more ball games than Spears has so far. The 3-0 pitch, and Spears watches it go over the outside corner, 3-1. Spears batting .475, 11 home runs and 43 RBIs this year. The 3-1 pitch, and Spears launches this one high in the air to left. Uggan looks up, and this ball is foul. Just foul down the left field line. Eric Oakley is going to question the third base umpire, Jamie Cole. That was a potential home run, a moonshot foul ball from Holly Spears. Now the umpires will come together. They want to bring all three of them together. Jordan Brown, Max Smeltzer, and Jamie Cole. Don't know how much Max Smeltzer will be able to help from first. Really, it's between the two at third and Cole and the home plate umpire, Brown. They had a good angle of it going down the line. Difficult to tell from our vantage point of whether or not that ball dropped fair or foul, and it did drop fair. It's a home run for Holly Spears. Home run number 12 on the season for the Golden Flashes senior shortstop, and Kent State now has a 2-0 lead. Mike Roberts, the head coach for Buffalo, out to question that. But Spears comes around and touches home. Her 12th home run of the season. Flashes have a 2-run lead. Mike Roberts still pleading his case, and rightfully so, after that call was overturned. Mike Roberts talking with Jordan Brown, the plate umpire. Roberts in his first season as the head coach of the Buffalo softball program. Came to Buffalo via Washington, where he served as the pitching coach. So Kent State has a 2-0 lead over Buffalo in the bottom of the first inning. Batting fourth, third baseman, Bailey Brownfield. The pitch to Brownfield is slapped in the air to left. Uggan ranges over near the line and makes the catch. Nice play in left by Anna Uggan as Brownfield tried to attack the first pitch. Hit it deep down the left field line, but Uggan ranged over to make the catch for out number 2. Batting fifth, center fielder, Maria Segletti. Here is Segletti, who had 2 singles yesterday. And Segletti lines this one to left. Another base hit for Segletti. She's been Kent State's best hitter in terms of average in Mid-American Conference games this season, adding .436 entering play. Batting sixth, designated player, Brenna Brownfield. Brenna Brownfield had herself a career day yesterday, her first 2-double game. And she fouls this pitch off down the third base line. Brownfield was 2 for 3 with 2 doubles, had 2 RBIs, also scored a run. Freshman is batting .333 this season. She is 11 for 33 at the plate. The 0-1, and she clubs this one to left. Uggan is back to the track, and this ball is foul. A little bit too early for Brenna Brownfield. Kent State trying for a 3-homer first inning. That one definitely was foul down the left field line. Brenna Brownfield now down on the count, 0-2 after that very long strike. Lace Smith readies inside the circle for the Bulls. The 0-2, Brownfield bounces it to short. Cargill gloves and goes the short way to second for the force for out number 3. But the Golden Flashes strike for 2 runs in the first inning. 2 solo home runs from Emily Dobbin and Holly Spears, and the Flashes have a 2-run lead. This is Golden Flashes softball on Golden Flashes TV.
Batting sixth, shortstop Alyssa Cargill.
Cargill leads off the second inning for Buffalo and takes the first pitch for a called strike. Kent State leading Buffalo 2-0 as we enter the top of the second. This pitch from Huck winds up a bit inside. Evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 is looked at just off the plate, 2-1. Cargill batting a .188 this year, 18 for 96, 3 doubles, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. The pitch, spout off to the screen, 2-2. Cargill leads off the Buffalo second, and she swings through the pitch for a strikeout. Huck tied her up inside. First strikeout this afternoon for Maddie Huck. She had a career best 8 in game 1 of this series yesterday.
Batting seventh, third baseman Taylor Scott.
First pitch to Scott, and it misses up high and outside, 1-0. Scott was Buffalo's catcher yesterday. Buffalo alternating their starting catchers, trying to get them some rest. 1-0 runs inside, 2-0. Scott is 5 for 52 at the plate. Has 1 home run with 4 RBIs. The 2-0 taken for a called strike, 2-1. Bulls have also been forced to change up their lineup due to a pair of injuries. They've had Jessica Golden and Janelle Martinez both not traveling this weekend due to injury. And Scott fouls off the pitch, now 2-2. The offering, and it runs inside to make the count full with 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bulls have 1 hit so far. It was a leadoff base hit to center by Leandra Jew. The 3-2 is swung through and missed. The second strikeout for Maddie Huck, and the second consecutive Bull she has retired on a swinging strikeout. Batting 8th, first baseman Alyssa Cuevas. Here's Cuevas, 2 outs, and the bases are cleared. And she swings through the first pitch for a strike. Cuevas, transfer from St. Peter's. A 200 hitter this season. She cuts through again and misses, strike 2. Kent State leading Buffalo 2-0 in the top of inning number 2. Flashes had 2 solo home runs in the first from Emily Dobbin and Holly Spears. The 0-2. Another swing and a miss. Maddie Huck strikes out the side in order, 1-2-3 in the second frame and throws up a 0. After the top of the second, Kent State leads Buffalo 2-0 on Golden Flashes TV. Luther swings through it, tried to hold up, but definitely went around with the swing for strike one. Luther batting .262. Check that, she hit her 6th home run of the season yesterday, and she drives this one foul just past the third base bag. Was her 6th home run and RBI number 23. It was a solo shot which she hit in the 4th inning. Kent State banged out 14 hits yesterday and only 4 innings of work at the plate. 0-2 Luther, a high chopper to second, and the shortstop Cargill can't make the play. It's an error on the Buffalo shortstop Alyssa Cargill. She tried to let the ball play here and then put her glove web down and could not make the pick. Batting 9th, second baseman Caitlin Miller. So the Flashes have 2 on with nobody out in the bottom of inning number 2 for the number 9 batter, Caitlin Miller. She thought about a bunt, pulled it back, and took it low for a called ball. Miller is batting .310 in her freshman season. Yesterday did not record a hit, was 0 for 3, but did have an RBI ground out. The 1-0, Miller rolls over to second base, backhand play cannot be made by Lalos. Everybody's safe. So a base hit for Caitlin Miller. Flashes bring in Shelby Hard to pinch hit. Pinch hitting for Kent State in the number 1 spot for Goff. Number 5, Shelby Hard. Hard rolls over to short. Cargill gloves, throws home, gets the force out. So Hard rolls over on just the first pitch of the at-bat. Now running at first base for entering number 4, Kennedy Gaunt. And now batting for Kent State, left fielder Emily Dobbin. Flashes have a chance here. The base is loaded. Dobbin lines this one to left, and this is on the warning track for a hit. In comes one for the Golden Flashes. Now the runner comes in from third base. Miller crosses the plate safely. A 2 RBI long single for Emily Dobbin, and she's 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. Shortstop, Holly Spears.
Okay, fine.
So here is Spears, and it misses up high for ball 1. Flashes have a 4-0 lead. The pitch taken for a strike. One ball, 1 strike on Spears, and it misses outside, 2-1. Kent State with a 4-run lead here in the bottom of inning number 2. Pitch on the way from Smith, and Spears launches this to left, but way foul. She was out in front of that pitch from Smith. She already has a solo home run today, her 12th of the season. Flashes have 2 on, runners on first and second base, 1 out in the bottom of inning number 2. The windup, 1-2 pitch, and Spears lines it to left field for a base hit. Flashes play station to station, a good throw in from Uggan. From left to the cut, forces got the hold at third base, and the bases are loaded for Bailey Brownfield. Buffalo will appear to be making a pitching change here in the second, and that they will. We'll tell you about the new Bulls pitcher when we come back. The new pitcher, Brianna Baker, who also pitched yesterday in relief for UB. First one misses outside on Brownfield for ball one, who's 0 for 1 today with the fly out to left. Flashes have 6 hits. Buffalo's committed 2 errors. 1 error for Kent State as Brownfield pops this one up. Foul, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bailey Brownfield was 3 for 3 yesterday with 3 singles, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. The 1-1 is taken low, 2-1. Here the bases are loaded. A 2-1 count on Brownfield, 1 out in the second. The pitch is bounced foul, as first base coach Megan Pettipies has to jump out of the way of that foul ball hit by Brownfield. This year, Brownfield is 4 for 5 with the bases loaded, hitting .424 with runners in scoring position. So here, a 2-ball and 2-strike count. Flashes leading by 4, trying to tack on some insurance here in the second. The 2-2 misses high and outside, 3-2. Good take by Brownfield. The new pitcher, Brianna Baker, a 5'2" junior out of Oneonta, New York. Full count, and Brownfield pops it up to left. This is going to drop up against the fence for extra bases. 2 golden flashes come in to score, and Holly Spears stops at third base. It's a 2 RBI double to left by Bailey Brownfield, a ball that just kept carrying. Took Uggan all the way back to the fence, and the golden flashes lead by 6. Center fielder, Maria Segletti. Here is Segletti, and she is 1 for 1 with the single. She inherits a great scoring chance. Runners on second and third base, 1 out. The pitch, and Segletti skies it to right, and it's hooking out of play, foul. The pitch, Segletti again spoils this off to the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Golden Flashes sophomore outfielder from Pataskala, Ohio. Kent State has runners on second and third base. Brownfield is on second. Spears on third. 1-2 misses way outside. A good stop by the catcher, Nicolette Jacobs, dropping to a knee. Kent State leading Buffalo 6-0. The 2-2 is taken for a called strike 3 by Segletti. First strikeout out of the pen by Baker. as she froze Sigletti with the pitch that was inside. Sigletti could not pull the trigger. Designated player, Brenna Brownfield. Good pitch by Baker in a situation with runners at second and third. She had to get a strikeout there, and she got one. There's Brenna Brownfield, and she fouls the first pitch off straight back. Brownfield is 0 for 1, grounded out to short to end the first inning. The 0-1 pitch is taken a little bit high above the letters. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Brenna Brownfield launches this to center. Jew is going back to the track, and she makes the catch on the warning track for out number 3. As Brenna Brownfield launched the ball to the deepest part of the park, but Leandra Jew, veteran center fielder for Buffalo, came down to make the catch. As Kent State leaves the bases loaded after 2 complete from the Diamond Dicks, Kent State leads Buffalo 6-0. Kent State has given some room for Maddie Huck to work as Nicolette Jacobs, the number 9 batter for Buffalo, fouls off the first pitch from Maddie Huck. Golden Flashes kept the bats rolling here in this contest. 7 hits. As Jacobs cuts through and misses. Second pitch to make the count 0-2. The delivery misses way outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2 is swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Maddie Huck, her 4th consecutive strikeout in a row, as Nicolette Jacobs goes down on strikes to begin the Buffalo 3rd. Center fielder, Leandra Jew. First pitch to Jew, and she takes a called strike, 0-1. Jew has the Bulls' lone hit so far, a leadoff single in the first, which she shot just barely over the top of the shortstop Spears' glove into center. 0-1, Jew lines to first and caught by Luther. A stumbling grab made by the senior first baseman, Allie Luther, as she picks the ball off for out number 2. Left fielder, Anna Uggan. First pitch to Uggan is fouled off to the right. 0-1. Uggan reached base on a catcher's interference call in the first. The 0-1. This is a little low, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 as a grounder to short. Spears goes down to a knee to Pickett and throws to first for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning inside the circle for Maddie Huck, her second consecutive 1-2-3. And after the top of the third, Kent State leads Buffalo 6-0 on Golden Flashes TV. Selly leads off the Golden Flashes third. One chopper to third base, glove there by Scott, and throw to first and plenty of time for out number 1. One pitch and one out for Buffalo's Brianna Baker inside the circle. First baseman, Allie Luther. Here is Luther, 0 for 1 today, but did reach on an error. Takes the first pitch. Luther cracked a home run yesterday. And she lines this to the left center field gap just over top of Cargill's head at short. And Luther is into second base with a stand-up double. Second baseman, Caitlin Miller. Flashes have a runner at second base with one out. Miller lays down a bunt to third, and the Bulls don't pick it up. A defensive lapse by Buffalo as that ball was not going foul. Third baseman Scott nor the pitcher Baker got there. It's an infield single for Miller. Right fielder, Kennedy Gott. Heads up play too by Leandra Jew, the center fielder. Realized that none of the middle infielders covered the second base bag, so she wisely came in to at least cover the base so Miller couldn't take second. First pitch misses to Goth. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 is taken over the inside black. 1 ball, 1 strike. Goth has been in a bit of a hitting slump. Did not have a hit yesterday. The 1-1 is taken away, 2-1. Popped out to second base in the first, was lifted for a pinch hitter in the second. Corners are in a bit for the Bulls. The 2-1, Goth checks it back to the pitcher Baker. She'll throw to first base, and it's late, an infield base hit for Kennedy Goth. So that loads the bases up for Emily Dobbin with 1 out. Flashes have had some trouble in this spot. It should be an easy spot to drive in a run. Left fielder, Emily Dobbin. Kent State batting just .230 with the bases loaded this season. Already left them loaded once today as Dobbin has to back out of the way of this pitch that runs in tight on her. Dobbin is 2 for 2 today with 3 RBIs, a home run, and a long single to left. The 1-0 is inside again, 2-0. 2-0. Dobbin holds off. It takes it for a strike, 2-1. But a good pitch by Baker, had some movement on it. Able to find that outside corner. She goes back to work inside the circle. And Dobbin fights this one off foul, straight back 2-2. So Baker comes back into the count after the count began 2-0 to Dobbin. 1 out, bases are loaded for Kent State. Check that bottom of inning number 3. A 6-run lead. The 2-2 and Dobbin spoils it off toward the left side foul. Flashes have 10 hits so far. Lead Buffalo 6-0. Line score for the Bulls: 0 runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for Kent State. 6 runs, 10 hits with 1 error. The 2-2 and Dobbin cuts through and misses for strike 3. Dobbin chases the pitch out of the zone. That is strikeout number 2 for Baker. Shortstop, Holly Spears. So it's up to Spears to score a run with the bases juiced. The pitch to Spears, misses down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Flashes have Luther at third, Miller on second base, and Goff on first. The 1-0 misses away, 2-0. Last time that Spears came up with the bases juice, she hit a grand slam. That was on Wednesday against Pittsburgh. The 2-0. Spears takes a strike, 2-1. Spears has 3 for 4 with the bases loaded this season. Wind up in the pitch, backs her off the plate, she spins out of the way. Three balls and 1 strike on Holly Spears as she'll take some time to get back into the box after spinning out on that pitch that ran high and tight. The 3-1 misses way outside for ball 4. That walks in a run. Spears gets the RBI, drawing the bases loaded free pass as Luther comes home to touch the plate to give the Flashes a 7-0 lead.
Third baseman, Bailey Brownfield.
First pitch, and Brownfield pops it up to left, and this drops foul up against the fence. Uggan gave chase, but ran out of room down the left field line. Brownfield 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI double in the second. Part of a 4-run Kent State second. Flashes scored 2 in the first, 4 in the second, now 1 in the third. The 0-1, and Brownfield lines it to center. She has another hit. Miller comes home to score. Goff as well, and there goes Brownfield into second base for another double. Flashes have scored 3 runs in this third frame and now lead it by 9.
Center fielder, Maria Segletti.
So runners at second and third base for Segletti, and she hits this one to right. O'Goggin is there, and she makes the catch with ease for out number 3. Golden Flashes score 3 runs in the third. After 3 complete from Kent, the Flashes lead it by 9. leads the Bulls by 9 as Lalos rips through and misses the first pitch for strike one. Lalos 0 for 1, grounded out to second base in the first. Pitch from Huck misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is sky toward left. Dobbin and Segletti converge, but the ball's down in the gap for an extra base hit. Throw to second base is too late as Lalo slides in with the double. Lalos leads his Bulls club with 9 doubles this season with that 2-bagger to the left center field gap. DP Cottrell Robertson. The Bulls come through with their second hit today, a double, a leadoff double by Lalos. Brings up Cottrell Robertson, the DP, and she fouls this back to the screen, 0-1. Both of Buffalo's hits have come from their top 3 batters in the lineup. The 0-1, and this is cranked well to left. Dobbin is going back, and this ball's out of here, a home run for Cottrell Robertson. Bulls get on the scoreboard for the first time today with a 2-run shot to left by the DP Robertson, the junior out of California. As she blasts her first home run of the season out to left. Fielder, Ufema Ogagan. Here's Ogagan, and she swings and misses at the first pitch. Score now Kent State 9, Buffalo 2. Bulls scoring their first pair of runs of this weekend series. 0-1 misses high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Flashes won yesterday, 10-0 in 5 innings. 2 teams playing a doubleheader today to round out this 3-game series. The 1-1 is poked out of play, foul, 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is the first MAC series of the year for Kent State, maybe for Buffalo too, that's been played at the regularly scheduled times. It is the first for the Buffalo Bulls as well. 1-2. It's chased by Ogagan for a strikeout. As Huck went up and out of the zone with that rise ball. And Ogagan chased at it for the first out of the 4th inning. Shortstop, Alyssa Cargill. Pitch to Cargill is taken for a called strike, 0-1. The 0-1. This is up high and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cargill was the first strikeout victim of Maddie Huck back in the 2nd frame. First of 5 Maddie Huck strikeouts. The 1-1. Thought about it, but laid off. Did Cargill 2-1 as she takes control of the count. The 2-1 pitch. In for a high strike, 2-2. Cargill didn't like that. High strike called by Jordan Brown. The 2-2 offering. This is way high and outside, 3-2. Bulls have put up a 2 spot here in the 4th. A 2-run home run by Robertson. Payoff pitch, a swing and a fly ball that's foul out of play to right. Count stays 3-2. Flashes have a 9-2 lead. Top of the 4th inning. 1 out, nobody on base for Alyssa Cargill. Payoff pitch is fouled off again to the screen. Cargill has spoiled back-to-back 3-2 pitches from Maddie Huck. 3-2, a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Huck after allowing the 2-run home run to Robertson. Out number 2 of the 4th. Strikeout number 6 on the day for Huck. Third baseman Taylor Scott. First pitch to Scott is taken for a strike. Scott struck out, was Huck's second strikeout victim back in the second. The offering runs inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Flashes are 7 and 8 in MAC games this year. Buffalo 6 and 9. 1-1 is fouled out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count on Taylor Scott as she bats with 2 outs and the base is empty. Alyssa Cuevas would be next if Scott can reach with 2 outs. The 1-2 misses high and outside, 2-2, a good eye by Scott to lay off. The 2-2 pitch, and it's high again, 3-2. Huck trying to close up this top of the 4th inning. Bulls have already struck for 2 in this frame, a 2-run home run by Cottrell Robertson. The 3-2 misses outside for ball 4. A 2-out free pass to the number 7 batter, Taylor Scott, brings up Alyssa Cuevas. First baseman, Alyssa Cuevas. So the Bulls have a runner on first base with 2 outs for Cuevas, and she skies this one foul to the left side. The 0-1 from Huck misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. The windup in the 1-1 pitch is fouled off to the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Huck in front of the count here facing Alyssa Cuevas, the first baseman. Cuevas 0 for 1 today with the strikeout as she went down to end the second frame. Bulls have a runner on first base with 2 outs. Top of inning number 4. The 1-2 pitch is fouled off. Cuevas battling with 2 strikes, making Maddie Huck work. As Huck breezed through the second and third frames, but has run into some trouble here in the 4th. It's allowing the 2-run home run. So pitch count continues to climb. The 1-2 pitch is swung on, popped up to third base, and caught by Bailey Brownfield for out number 3. Buffalo does strike for 2 runs, a 2-run shot to left by Cottrell Robertson. After the top of the 4th inning, Kent State leads Buffalo 9-2 on Golden Flashes TV. Brownfield takes the first pitch for a called strike over the outside part of the plate. As Buffalo has gone back to their starting pitcher, Lace Smith. She was lifted for Baker in the second. We bring her back in to change the look up for these Golden Flashes batters. This pitch misses downstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike on Brenna Brownfield. Brenna Brownfield 0 for 2 today. And she lines this one foul to left. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground out to short and a fly out to center for Brownfield. 1-2 is top foul to third. Brownfield skied out to center onto the warning track that was caught by Leandra Jew. The 1-2. Brownfield rolls it back up the middle. A base hit off the tip of the glove of Cargill for the diving attempt. So Brenna Brownfield leads off the Kent State 4th inning with the single, her first of the day. Every spot in the lineup has recorded at least 1 hit so far. Now pitch running at first base for Kent State, number 6, Sydney Anderson. And now batting, catcher, Carly Selly. Selly 1 for 2 with a single. First pitch is taken downstairs, 1-0. Had a leadoff single to begin the second. A 4-run Kent State inning. This pitch runs down and inside, 2-0 on Selly. Flashes have 12 hits in the ball game. They had 14 yesterday when they scored 10 runs. The 2-0, and Selly fouls it off straight back, 2-1. Smith winds up. The 2-1 misses upstairs, 3-1. Smith, the 5'4" junior out of Valrico, Florida. 3-1 pitch. Selly fights it off to the screen again, 3-2. Smith was the third baseman yesterday, so she's pulling double duty. Playing the field and having to pitch for this Buffalo club this season. The 3-2, and Selly fouls it off. A late swing to protect with 2 strikes, fouling it off toward the first base side. The wind up in the 3-2 is skied weakly towards short. Cargill is there and she makes the catch for the first out. A weak pop out for Carly Selly, 1 away for Luther. First baseman, Allie Luther. First pitch to Luther misses. Snap throw down to first base is late. Trying to catch Sydney Anderson leading too far off the first base bag. Kent State leads by 7 runs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The 1-0 pitch, Luther takes a strike. Thought about it, didn't make a decision soon enough and took it 1 ball, 1 strike. Luther has been on base twice, an error and a double. The 1-1 runs high and tight on Luther. Just to duck down, 2-1. The 2-1 offering. Luther grounds it to third base, picked by Scott. Throw to second base to get the forces there for out number 2 of the 4th. Fielder's choice ground out, 5-4. Brings up Caitlin Miller. Second baseman, Caitlin Miller. And Miller skies this one to center. Ju lines it up near the track, a couple feet in front of the track, and she makes the catch for out number 3. Golden Flashes receive a leadoff single from Brenna Brownfield, but that spot is left stranded on first base, and after 4 complete, the score, Kent State 9 and Buffalo 2.
Leading off the 5th inning for Buffalo, catcher Nicolette Jacobs.
Nicolette Jacobs leads off the 5th basing Maddie Huck, and she goes around for a strike. Tried to slow down her swing at the very last moment, but at that point, she already went around. The 0-1. Fouled back to the screen, 0-2. Bulls are in their 9, 1, and 2 spots of the lineup here in the 5th. Kent State leads Buffalo 9-2. This is game 1 of a doubleheader this afternoon to round out this 3-game MAC series. Bulls and Flashes in the same MAC East Division, and they meet every single season as this pitch is chased out of the zone from Jacobs for a strikeout to begin the 5th.
Center fielder, Leandra Chu.
Ju rolls this one over to third. Brownfield scoops it, throws to first base, and it's late.
Left fielder, Anna Uggin.
I think I know. You guys see that? Yeah.
So an error on the third baseman, Bailey Brownfield. Second error, the Golden Flashes this afternoon. Each team committing 2 gaffes in the field. So Leandra Ju is on first base with the E5. Here is Uggin. The 1-0 is hit in the air to center. In comes Sagletti, and she runs in to make the catch for out number 2.
Second baseman, Danielle Lalos.
Lalos 1 for 2. A double with the run scored was driven in by the 2-run home run by Cottrell Robertson. The pitch taken for a strike from Lalos. 0-1 on the Bulls' second baseman. She hits with the runner on first base, 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Bulls trailing at 9-2. The 0-1 misses away, 1 ball, 1 strike. The windup in the 1-1. It's a topper on the ground as short. Spears comes into field and throws on to first for out number 3. So Huck backs up her defense after A one-out error committed by the third baseman Bailey Brownfield. Huck induces 2 outs to wrap up the top of the 5th inning with a score of Kent State 9 and Buffalo 2. Flash's 5th inning. The wind up, the 3-1. Goth rolls over to it to second base. Lalos is there and makes the play to first. Out number 1 of the 5th.
Left fielder, Emily Dobbin.
Dobbin 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs, a home run, and a single. Dobbin pops this up back toward the catcher Jacobs. She makes the catch and foul ground for out number 2. Dobbin hacked at the first pitch, popped it up straight back.
Shortstop, Holly Spears.
Bulls have kept the Flash's bats at bay the last couple of innings. The pitch to Spears, in for a strike on that low inside part of the strike zone. The 0-1 to Spears is taken low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Spears is 2 for 2 with a walk. A solo home run in the first, also doubled. Trick that had a base hit to left. The 1-1, and Spears cranks this to center, sending Jew back, and this one is gone. This ball game is over as Spears hits a walk-off home run for the Run Roll Golden Flashes victory. Spears with her 2nd home run of the ball game, her 3rd home run of the series. Golden Flashes take game 1 of this twin bill by a final score of 10-2.
Folks, the final score of game 1 of this doubleheader in 5 innings. Kent State 10 and Buffalo 2. Final score for Buffalo, 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. For Kent State, 10 runs, 13 hits, and 2 errors. Game 2 upcoming in approximately 30 minutes.
So Kent State defeats the Bulls by a final score here in game 1 of this twin bill, 10-2. Flash's 2nd consecutive run rule victory over these Buffalo Bulls. Kent State scoring 2 runs in the first, 4 in the second, 3 in the third, and then one more here in the fifth on the solo home run to center by Holly Spears to wrap things up of this run-roll victory. Flashes have 13 hits. They finished the ball game. 13 hits. Also belted 3 home runs in the ball game. A solo home run by Doubleheader in the first, and then 2 solo shots from Holly Spears, who now has 13 home runs this season. Final score once again, Kent State 10 and Buffalo 2. This is game 1 of this doubleheader. Flashes take it. They take the series, the first 2 ball games. We will have game 3 on Boxcast streaming and on Facebook. So stay tuned to Kent State Softball on Twitter, Kent ST Softball, for the link for game number 2 of this doubleheader coming up in about 30 minutes.